Hello and welcome to the second installment of the Bíen Journal series. I am your host and lawmaster, Tuhun. I'll go along with you as we once again dive into the past of a long forgotten world and submerge ourselves even deeper into the life of one of its inhabitants. His life and experiences, now only preserved in words of a long dead tongue in his ever-aging journal. But we may, once more, bring them back to life, as to share his mind with you, our dear listeners. Enjoy.
It is the 6th day of the 4th week of autumn, in the year 3673 after the fall. 8 days have passed since my request to be transferred, and still I have no answer from the healers. The pestilent man's condition has worsened, and I fear being infected by him. They assure me the curtains that separate us are good enough protection, and I shall have to take their word at face value, for now at least. In the past few days, the influx of patients has increased. The carers say it is normal for this time of the year. Many are harvesting or herding accidents, myself included among the numbers of those unfortunate souls. From side cuts to the legs or feet to injured backs and twisted ankles to the worst of broken bones, none seemed too much for the healers to mend until I saw an old friend a couple of days back. He came to see his eldest son. The poor boy was caught in between a tree and a high. I overheard the master healer saying that what they could have done to heal him has been done already, and now his future has fallen into the hands of the Great Mother in the walls. I do not have much knowledge of his condition, but from past experiences I doubt he will endure for much longer, and may soon join the Sky Father in his clouds. Things have become too slow here for my taste. Even with the amount of patients growing, I still do not have many people to talk to, and the ones I can share a word with do not have much to share or do not have the patience to do so. I heard from one of the passing staff of a group of soldiers injured by a strange animal attack, and that they were placed under the care of this lodge. That would explain the soldiers I saw passing by my bed 4 days ago. This was not very far from my village, but an animal attack. It seems too unlikely, for I have not heard of predators in this region, and even so, none inside the walls big enough to take out a single soldier, let alone a group of them. I'll see if I can inquire more on them in a later hour of the day. My companion for this week was young Bíen. We talked about the difficulties on working with Malk and the other fellows. I told the boy it will only become harder the more he postpones standing up to them, Malk especially, but he still does not understand the why of the matter. The poor lad thinks he will receive a beating or worse if he ever stands up to them, and even being thrown out of the farm for daring to do so. I still try to put into his head that standing up to them is what they want. I cannot truthfully tell him the why of it, for to do so would defeat the purpose of the ordeal. I cannot but see myself in him in this moment, going through the same problems and annoyances that I had before him. I still remember what the old man said to me a few years back, that he regrets doing so to every new hand that comes to work in the farmlands, but he needed to have the certainty of the nerve of each of his workers, that he could not rely on weak-nerved people for working with highs. We need strong nerves and cool minds for working with those beasts. You need to know when they feign to charge and when they mean to trample. For if you run when they faint and then they take courage, pursue you and trample you, but if you see through their loud growls and boisterous gestures and stand your ground and yell back at them, they stop. when you finally see how they behave when they mean to trample you, you will know. I said that to him in our final minutes together for this week. Maybe I have eroded his fears just enough so that the idea may take root in him. Bíen, son of Bíen of the Betas clan.
If you have enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like and a subscribe to the channel if you have not yet subscribed, as it goes a long way to help us on our endeavour to create more enjoyable content for all. And also, remember to click on the bell icon to be notified of every new episode or breakdown and lore video. And if you are willing to go an extra mile, please consider joining us on Patreon and making a small monthly donation to help support the project, as even our lowest tier option, you will be entitled to an extra content and, most important, to watch episodes before they are launched on YouTube. Thank you for watching, and have a pleasant day, dear listeners, and goodbye.